Long ago, the world believed the story was over. The crowns were placed, the battles were won, and peace finally settled over Auradon. Heroes walked away from the fight, thinking the darkness had been defeated forever. But magic does not forget. And neither does destiny. In the silence after the victory, something ancient began to stir, something tied to a name. The world will never forget. Mal was never meant to live a quiet life. Born from darkness, shaped by fire, and forged through impossible choices, she changed the fate of two worlds. She broke the walls between good and evil, proving that blood does not decide who you become. Yet even after all her sacrifices, her shadow still lingers over Auradon. Because power like hers never fades. It sleeps, whispers move through the kingdom again. Old spells awaken. The air feels heavier. The sky darkens for no clear reason. People feel it in their bones. Something is wrong. The magic that once saved the world is calling out, and it is calling her name. Not as a queen, not as a hero, but as what she has always been at her core, a force that stands between light and total ruin. Far away from the throne, Mal feels it too. The pull of the past, the echo of her mother's power, the truth she tried to leave behind. She knows this feeling. It is the same one she felt before everything changed. Before the first battle, before she chose who she wanted to be. And this time the danger feels closer, stronger, more personal, because this is not just about saving a kingdom anymore. This is about legacy, about unfinished magic, about a destiny that was never truly sealed. And as the shadows rise once again, one question hangs over Auradon like a storm. Was Mal's story ever really over? The balance of Auradon begins to crack, slowly at first, then all at once. Magic starts to fail in ways no one has seen before. Protective spells fade without warning. Ancient symbols reappear on castle walls, glowing with a power older than the kingdom itself. The land reacts as if it remembers something terrible. Storms gather where skies were once clear. Fires ignite without flame. The peace Mal fought so hard to protect begins to feel fragile. Like glass ready to shatter. From the shadows, a new darkness rises. Not loud, not reckless. This evil does not conquer with fear alone. It waits, studies, and learns. It understands magic better than anyone alive. Better than Mal, because it was born from the same source. A power that existed long before Auradon, long before the Isle, and long before the rules of good and evil were written. Whispers spread across the kingdom. Some say the darkness is searching for Mal, others believe it is trying to replace her. Old legends speak of a force that can only awaken when the strongest magic returns to the world. And Mal's magic, her dragon fire, her bloodline, her choices may have been the final key. Mal returns to Auradon, but this time she is not greeted as a student or a rebel. She stands as a protector carrying the weight of every life she once saved. The people look to her for answers she does not have. For the first time, even Mal feels unsure. Every spell she casts seems to wake something darker. Every step forward pulls the enemy closer. This new force does not want the crown. It wants control over magic itself. It wants to erase the line Mal worked so hard to build between darkness and light. And the closer Mal gets to the truth, the clearer it becomes. This battle is not about defeating an enemy. It is about stopping something that knows her past, her power, and her fears. And this time, running is no longer an option. The truth is revealed slowly. And it is more terrifying than Mal imagined. The darkness is not chasing her by accident. It is reacting to her. Every time Mal uses her magic, the force grows stronger, more aware, more alive. What she once believed was her greatest strength may now be the very thing putting Auradon in danger. For the first time, Mal begins to wonder if the world is safer without her power. Old records are uncovered. Forbidden pages once erased from history speak of a final rule of magic. When power is born from both light and dark, it can never be destroyed, only balanced or erased. And the cost of erasing it is something no ruler, no hero has ever survived. Mal stands alone with this knowledge. If she keeps fighting, the darkness will keep rising. If she walks away, the kingdom will fall. There's only one choice left. A choice that does not involve winning, but ending the cycle forever. To stop the darkness, Mal must face the part of herself she has always feared, the part that was never meant to rule. But to protect, memories flood back. The Isle, her mother's shadow. The moment she chose kindness over power. She realizes now that her destiny was never about sitting on a throne. It was about standing at the edge of everything and making the hardest decision of all. The final spell will not just drain her magic. It will erase it. No dragon fire, no dark strength, no glowing eyes in the night, just Mal, human, vulnerable, and finally free from the legacy that has followed her since birth. As the kingdom prepares for war, Mal prepares for goodbye. Not with words, but with resolve. Because saving the future may mean giving up the very thing that made her who she is, and once she makes this choice, there is no going back. The sky breaks open as the final moment arrives. Light and darkness collide across Auradon, shaking the land and tearing through the air like thunder. Magic explodes in every direction, but this time Mal does not fight with rage or fear. She stands calm at the center of it all, knowing this battle cannot be won by strength alone. The darkness rises before her, vast and endless, mirroring everything she once could have become. With one final breath, Mal releases the last of her power. Not as a weapon, but as a sacrifice. The magic that once burned like fire now fades into pure light, wrapping the kingdom in silence. The storms stop. The ground stills. The darkness screams, and then disappears, erased from existence along with the power that created it. When the light fades, Mal is gone. Auradon stands saved, but changed forever. The magic that once ruled the kingdom now feels distant, quiet, at peace. The people search the skies for dragon wings that never return. All that remains is a broken crown, resting on the ground where Mal made her final stand. Time passes. New leaders rise. New stories begin. Yet Mal's legacy lives on not as a queen of darkness or a dragon of fire, but as the one who ended the war between light and dark forever. In the final moments, the screen fades to black. A single question appears. Was this Mal's final battle? Or did she become something more than magic? Descendants 5. The legend ends. Or begins again. The light fades and silence fills Auradon. The darkness is gone, the skies are clear, and peace has returned, but Mal is nowhere to be found. No crown, no magic. Only her legacy remains. The kingdom she saved moves forward, forever changed by her sacrifice. And as the screen fades to black, one question lingers in the air. Did Mal truly disappear, or has she become something greater than magic itself?